Chuck, ancient war movies are the greatest movies ever.
You think we could do a top 5 about that?
Yes!
Then let's do it. Next on the Unspoken.
Top 5 ancient war movies. Here we go. Right out the gun. Chuck, what's your number? Honorable mention.
Yeah, let's do honorable mention first. And I think if you're going to do honorable mention, we're talking about a classic, but it had something that couldn't push it over the top, right? Alexander is my honorable mention.
Ooh.
So Oliver Stone, Colin Farrell, Angelina Jolie, Anthony Hopkins, incredible film. Here's the problem. 155 on the budget. Adrian likes this. 167 at the box office?
Yeah, that's because at that time when it came out, people was giving it a hard time for certain things. But that movie's good. That movie's good. My honorable mention. My honorable mention is 10,000 BC.
Yeah.
If you have not seen that movie, shut off your computer right now. Walk to your living room, turn on your TV, and search for it now. Right now. I love that movie right there.
You know what's great about that movie? It was visually the animals and the beasts. And
Yes.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Good call.
Maul, what's your top honorable mention? What's your honorable mention, Maul?
I would actually have to agree with Charles. Mine was actually Alexander.
Yeah. It's really good. Really good.
Definitely.
Probably in Colin Farrell's best work.
This is real interesting to me. All right. Adrian, what's your honorable mention?
We're going 3 for 3 right there because I couldn't put it in the top 5. I couldn't put it in the top 5 because you guys like Colin Farrell's performance in that. I felt like there were certain scenes where it was a little overacted. But I think he did a good job in that film. So that it couldn't be my top 5, but so definitely honorable mention.
Okay, that's interesting. Chuck, what's your number 5? Here we go.
So number 5, and this is where you get a little weird, right? So you know the movie's a classic.
Yeah.
Kingdom of Heaven, 2005. Orlando Bloom, Liam Neeson, Holy Wars, incredible film, and Orlando Bloom's best work.
Most people disagree.
Best work, and it's not even in question. It's easily his best work.
Well, most gonna say Orlando Bloom's best work is Lord of the Rings, but
hands down.
No way.
Hands down.
No way.
I ain't seen it before. Yeah, number 5. My number 5 is Alexander. That's my number 5. I think it had enough. People give this movie a hard time. That was really a good movie. If you go back and watch it, put it as if it came out today. That's a good movie.
It is. So you don't care about the box office?
No, not really, because sometimes some movies that become classics really don't do well in the box office at all. Mo, what's your number 5?
My number 5 would probably be Gladiator.
At 5?
I would say so.
Okay.
You better have the best top 4s in the history of top 4.
Adrian,
my goodness, sir. Jamal, you out the gate acting now. Woo!
Oh, man, wow.
Yo, hey, Adrian, what is your number 5?
My number 5 is definitely not Gladiator. It's going to be Apocalypto. 2006 Mel Gibson film. So it was a nice little film. It was an interesting film. I thought it was cool.
That's a good one. I think that's probably one of Mel Gibson's best movies.
The actor
is that one and Passion of Christ.
Yeah. So Mel Gibson actually has done a really good job on a lot of these ancient war or historical war film.
Braveheart too. I just talking about Mm-hmm.
I'm
Chuck,
gonna-
what's your number 4? Let's
I'm
go.
gonna
Huh?
go into 4, and I'm gonna follow Adrian's lead. Apocalypto's my number 4. So first off, this might be one of the single most violent movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
In terms of these kind of films, 3 Academy Award nominations, 1 Golden Globe, Mayan Empire, if that's your thing. Apocalypto, man. Great film.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. My number 4 is Troy.
Okay.
How have y'all not mentioned? Well, maybe it's higher.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Maybe it's higher in your list. But Troy, that's Brad Pitt's one of his best movies that I think. He killed that movie. He embodied that character. Achilles! What? Well, he came running in. Oh man! Ah! Sorry. Oh, come on. What's your number 4?
I'm gonna go with Ben-Hur.
What is that? Ben-Hur is good. That is a good movie. That's a good pick.
I forgot about Ben-Hur. That's a good pick.
No, that's a good movie. Adrian, what's your number 4? Huh?
No, I remember watching Ben-Hur on my uncle. It was 2 cassettes, 2 VHS cassettes, if I remember correctly. So I don't know if I ever finished Ben-Hur. Good call, Mo.
What's your number 4?
My number 4 actually is Troy as well. 2004, director Wolfgang Peterson. You guys know, I already mentioned Brad Pitt. It was a fun movie, an exciting movie, and it was a movie that made me want to punch Chuck in the face because he kept on running up. For weeks he would run up to me and do that thing with the spear, but he has to stab me in the neck. And it was like, Chuck, stop it.
Yeah.
Let it go, Chuck. You're not killing me. For weeks he did that. But yeah, Troy is taking my number 4 spot.
All right, Chuck. What's your number 3?
I'm gonna follow Adrian again. Troy's gonna be my number 3. Brad Pitt, Orlando Bloom, $500 million at the box office. Troy versus Sparta. But here's the kicker here. At some point down the line, the Unspoken is going to do a top 5 romance films. I might bring up Troy again because this might be considered a love story. But we'll talk about it.
Listen, I'm all about love stories. Just do not have the chops for a love story. It hints at it. It's not enough. I'm sorry. But my number 3 is Ben-Hur. I as a kid growing up, I watched that, enjoyed it, I loved it. I think that's what got me onto these war movies, these ancient war movies and all that stuff. Maul, what is your number 3?
My 3 is actually The Kingdom of Heaven.
Yes, sir. That movie's good, man. I'm telling you.
What's wrong, Moon?
Good pick. All right, good pick. Adrian, what's your number 3?
My number 3, 1954, is Seven Samurai. It is regarded as one of the best all-time war films ever. In a lot of circles. And I'm going to butcher people's names here, but the director was Akira Kurosawa, starring Takasaki Shimura. So if you haven't seen it, it's called Seven Samurai. I've heard about it forever. I'm actually have to go rewatch it again in case we ever decide to do a more detailed breakdown of this. But Seven Samurai is taking my number 3 spot.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's my first time hearing about it.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys have really never heard of Seven Samurai? Okay. Yeah, check it out. We get a chance.
Yeah. Chuck, what's your number 2?
I'm gonna go number 2. I mean, I think we all know at this point, should all be set in terms of what
it should be set. It might flip flop a little bit, but it should be set.
I'm gonna go Zack Snyder, 2006, Gerard Butler, Sparta versus Persia. Adrian, this is literally gonna be on Adrian's tombstone. We've already discussed this. Give them nothing, but take everything.
Yes.
300.
I say it to my kids to this day. I say it to my kids.
Yo, so my number 3 is 300 as well. And like I always said, I know we also did record on this that's gonna be coming out, so keep your eye out. But man, when this movie was coming out, I was sitting there watching this preview like 24/7, just sitting there like replay, replay. And this movie did not let me down. I love 300. That movie is what it is for me.
Yeah.
Maul, what's your number 3? I mean 2. What's your number 2?
My number 2 will be Troy.
Okay.
I definitely love Troy. Troy
Okay.
was my joint right there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't knock it. I don't knock that.
Adrian, what's your number 2?
Number 2 for me is going to be probably number 1 for some of you guys, but I'm going Gladiator.
Woo!
2000 Gladiator. Ridley Scott. Joaquin Phoenix, Russell Crowe.
Yep.
It's just one of those movies where it was like, when it came out, it was just super popular, and when you went to see it, you saw why it was so popular and why it was nominated for any award it was nominated for. It was deserved a nomination. So I'm going Gladiator.
That's a good pick. Good pick. All right, here we go. Number 1. Chop, what's your number 1?
Obviously, at the top of the list has to be Gladiator. 2005 Academy Awards: Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Costume, Best Sound, Best Visual, Best Ancient War Movie ever made. Adrian
Best
Springer,
foreign.
Are you not entertained? Come on.
Put this table over. Yeah. My number 1 is Gladiator as well. Like, listen, you said it all, but I still listen to that scoring today. It's on my playlist. That scoring come on, I be driving, I'm like, just ready to go. I love that movie. That movie is one of the best movies in general, but when you put it into the ancient war movies, it can't be topped. It can't be touched.
Agreed.
Maul, what's your number 1?
My number 1. I can't refuse a man that will fight in the shade.
Yes.
It's gonna have to be 300.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can't blame you for that. I can't blame you for that.
I'm with you.
I can't blame you for that. Adrian.
Yo, Chuck already called me out on this. It's gonna be on my tombstone. Give them nothing but take everything. All right, give them nothing but take everything. 300, Zack Snyder. I gotta go with it. I'm a Snyder fan. There's nowhere else for me to go with this. Number 1 for me. Period.
The Unspoken has officially spoken and detailed our top 5 best ancient war movies of all time. If you disagree, hit us in the comments and let us know. Now, Jamal's probably not going to pay much attention to you, but we'll deal with it. So until then, we'll catch you on the other side. It's the Unspoken.